Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Okay, I don't want to watch that.
Welcome to my show. If anything good has come from the pandemic, it's caused people to wake up and truly be aware of where they are in their life. And to talk about that, a good friend, Janet Ellis, author, speaker, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. Very excited.
Yeah. Well, you wrote an amazing book called Wake Up, Break the Generational Cycle, and Be Yourself. Mm-hmm. And we're going to put the book cover up so they can see it. But let's tell us the story behind the book, because you lived it.
Yeah. I pretty much in the book itself, it's a history of my experience. And I've come a long way in regards to the dynamics I grew up in. And then also the awareness that I could share that so that other people can wake up and realize that no matter where they are in life or what they're doing, they can make changes and wake up to their reality. There's only 1% of people that are awake today.
Yes. Well, tell us, we can't go through your whole life, but give us kind of an overview.
Well, in the early stages, probably about 6 to 10 years old, the dysfunction really started showing up. Mom and Dad both were drinkers, and they adored me. They absolutely loved me, and I know that. But they had issues of their own, and because of that, they weren't able to be there completely for us, and it really affected me as a child. And so in that learning process from my parents, who learned from their parents, who learned from their parents, that we do things generationally that aren't always as healthy as we think it is. And so in that venue, I finally, in my early 30s, woke up to the fact that I didn't want to live the way I was living anymore, and I really had to change things in me and in my life in order to do that.
Such a powerful message. How long has the book been on your heart?
My whole life.
Yeah.
Pretty much my whole life.
And what caused you to write it? Was there a mentor or somebody in your life who said you need to do this?
Yeah, I've had a couple of people ask me or say, why don't you write a book? And I'm going like, I couldn't, I don't know anything about writing a book. And then I was on Facebook one day and saw this preview of this individual. Her name is Angela Loria, and she is the incubated author, and I ended up connecting with her and wrote the book within 6 months and got it published, and it went nationwide September of last year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I know you're a much sought after speaker and you do workshops. Is the topic the same?
Yes. The basis is the input or the stuff in it changes depending on where I am, tweaking and such. But yes, the topic is pretty much the same.
What audience do you love to speak to? I mean, are they adults? Are they teens?
I work a lot with adults. Mm-hmm. However, what I have found recently is I love teenagers. Mm-hmm. Absolutely love teenagers, and actually, I have just been able to, in the past, this is my 6th year at a high school in Fort Worth that I'm mentoring 10th graders with the program that I created. And so I have 10th graders that are finding their mission and their purpose in life. And these are lower income kids where not only have their parents not graduated from high school, these kids are graduating from high school and going to college. Mm-hmm. And I'm there to mentor and support them in that process.
So help me solve a riddle, because so many teens say, man, when I'm a parent, I'll never be like that. Mm-hmm. and then they end up becoming like that. Why does the cycle continue?
Well, generally, I mean, we either do what we're taught, or we realize that we don't want to do what we were taught. And it's not to say the parents are doing things inappropriately, it's just an awareness. So depending on where you are in your process or in your growth or your path or whatever it is that you call it, it seems that most statistically or in general, most individuals follow what they know, their comfort zone. Those habitual behaviors we were taught as children, and we're being given information and inundated with other people's perceptions the day we were born. And so a lot of what I did in the first stages of my life were what I was told and taught, and then when I got to a certain age, it was like, some of these things aren't working for me anymore, and I really would like to do it differently.
You know, I mentioned at the top of the show that the pandemic just changed everything. Whatever routine you were in was broken. And now suddenly you're back at home. I heard a young lady being interviewed on the radio the other day saying, I was so busy, I wasn't really connecting with my kids, and this got me to have family dinners again, and that's something that I'm going to continue even after the lockdown is over. I mean, are you hopeful that people did some soul searching during the last couple months?
Yeah, so hopeful. I mean, I know it's been very stressful for many people and everything that's going on, those losing their jobs, those that have been ill and such, and at the same time, it's been an absolute blessing to be able to sit there and there's going to be stuff that comes up. I mean, if you're sitting at home alone and I'm used to running around and doing and going and being, and not taking the time for that soul searching, you're definitely going to have some feelings and issues come up, and this is a great opportunity to be able to take a look at those and really work with them if you're willing.
Wow. Janet, you're a great guest. We're going to have you back. We're going to put your website up. It's janets-planets.com, and you can reach out to her to get the book or book her for your next workshop. Janet, thank you so much for being on the show.
I'm honored. Thanks.
You bet. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.